farmers in Arkansas who voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump and whose tariff policies have destroyed the market for Arkansas soybeans and other crops. And now Arkansas farmers are begging Donald Trump for taxpayer dollars to help them save their farms. Arkansas farmers voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump and these policies. I'm sure these are also the same guys who probably made TikToks bitching and moaning when Joe Biden was offering people student loan forgiveness. But rather than offer my own opinions on that, I found an opinion piece written by a guy named Steve Foster in the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette, a local guy who is familiar with these farmers and circumstances. His opinion piece is titled "No Sympathy, Farmers Voted for Their Own Demise." Reading from his article. According to some news reports, Arkansas farmers are in distress. Many have filed bankruptcy and are genuinely wondering what the next year will bring. Will they still have farms? Will they have enough currency to save their farms? I'm sure the questions are on the minds of my fellow Arkansans, yet that elephant in the room was voted for. The days farmers are having now, worrying about crops in the field and who may be eating the cats or eating the dogs, elicit no empathy for me. While red-leaning farmers were pleased to vote for mass deportations, they failed to realize they voted for their own workforce to leave them high and dry. Voters for the current administration loved the idea of other Americans being denied food assistance. Where do our Arkansas farmers think their customers are? The food used for food assistance comes from American farmers. Why would a farmer hate his or her customers? Where do you think that food comes from if not your farms? You voted for your lives now. How much does a bankruptcy attorney charge per hour because of your vote? My sympathy has limits, and I'm past caring about farmers who have voted against their own business or their own best interests. That USAID you were told to hate because of the billions spent, where do you farmers think the money comes from to make your farming viable? Government spending. A market for your harvests? Gone. America buying food from American farmers to feed people around the world. And you farmers hate that concept. American farmers said no, that's wasteful. Cutting your own throats while I watch? Have at it. The bankers you borrowed money from are pleased to hire another auctioneer to run the prices on your household goods. Everything must go because the bank wants its money back. Sympathy from me? Not going to happen. Since you farmers voted for a trade war, China, which was buying 25% of its soybeans from Arkansas, is now buying them from Brazil. Another market for your harvests gone and not coming back. Trade wars have casualties, and you farmers are bleeding. You think I should have sympathy for your choices? No. I'm sure corporations will swoop in and buy your land from the bank that now owns that land. I'm sure those corporations will need labor to run the farms that you once owned. I'm hopeful that you will be hired by these corporations to work the land that you once owned. Those corporations are notorious for paying chump wages while the CEO lives in a gated community, laughing at all of us lowly chumps and rubes. Sympathy from me? No, not going to happen. The older generation of farmers can have their later generations appear at nursing homes to take possession of the honored elders. Medicare will no longer pay for Gramps and Granny to stay in their facilities. Do you work for free? Nursing homes won't work for free. Besides, now that you don't have a farm to run, you'll have plenty of time to caregive for your parents and grandparents. Sympathy from me? No. Why should I care about you? I'll be paying $36 for 2 tomatoes from Mexico. You farmers are long gone because you voted against your own best interests. And don't expect a bailout like you had last time you voted against your own best interests. That would be socialism. And we know you don't want that. Don't worry about the corporations now farming your land will scoop up all that socialism they can get their rich hands on. Sympathy from me? No. For over 120 years, the American farmer has exported products. The export market is what made every American farm a wonder of the world. No longer. Farmers have voted for a trade war that is driving them into bankruptcy, and I don't have sympathy for you. A good question to me from Arkansas farmers would be, how are you going to eat? I hear the starving in North Korea eat grass. I'm not above eating grass as long as one-time farmers are eating the same grass that I am. The difference is I didn't vote for billionaires to have more money. I didn't vote for billionaires to have another yacht or yachts, plural. I didn't vote for that, and I'll be suffering along with you. You farmers voted against your own best interests. Pass the grass. I liked mine chopped. I have no sympathy for farmers. You voted for what you've been given. As you tell the less fortunate, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and pass the leafy green grass. I will be hungry thanks to the decisions you have made. Sympathy? No. And the author Steve Foster is a Navy veteran who lives in Greenland, Arkansas. Arkansas farmers voted on purpose for all kinds of horrible things to happen directly to other people in this country, with Donald Trump using the power of the executive branch, the power of federal law enforcement, the power of the United States military. Arkansas farmers voted for Donald Trump to use those things against other Americans. And they knew he was going to start a trade war before they voted for him. He's been talking about tariffs for 40 years. He did this the last time he was in office, just not as bad. And farmers during his first term got bailouts of more than $26 billion. And now they've got their hands out again. They voted for him the first time and got their socialism. They voted for him a second time and they want their socialism again. Let them go bankrupt. This is what you voted for. I agree with all of the sentiments in this op-ed piece. This is what you voted for, so deal with the consequences. File bankruptcy, lose your farm to a corporation or a company owned in part by Vice President J.D. Vance that buys and sells farm acreage. And then you can apply for a job at the corporation that owns your farm to work on the land that you once owned. You guys got what you voted for, man.
Arkansas MAGA farmers are known to be very good in poultry and in farming. But right now, everything has gone astray, everything has scattered for them. Getting feeds for poultry farming, getting feeds that will help their livestock to grow very well is hard. Even if you see it, the money to get it, it's an issue. Arkansas farmers, Arkansas MAGA farmers, Arkansas voters are really finding it difficult. A very difficult point and a very difficult moment for them right now. Trump administration is not helping matters. Trump administration is not even adding any positive change or giving them hope in what they are passing through. Trump administration has already scattered everything for them. Like the little hope they have is already shattered. The little hope they have, it has already gone astray. Like it can't be amended anymore.
I see that hundreds of Arkansas farmers are asking for a government bailout. I've heard about the soybean farmers as well, based off of the tariffs. I've seen the farmers in other red-led states suffering the consequences of these tariffs. And to them, I say they have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. We don't support socialism. This is a free market economy. They're over here looking for bailouts at the expense of American taxpayers. No one in this country is going to get a free pass. They should just work harder. And they should maybe cut back on expenses then. Maybe they should budget. Maybe they should stop eating out and having all this damn avocado toast.
Is in the news about collapsing their farming industry, and it's the great state of Arkansas. They held meetings in Arkansas this week with the farmers because of the dire situations that they are in, because folks, they're not being able to sell their products. They have money in the ground, but they can't get any money out because the United States government, which had guaranteed them certain things, were lost in the big beautiful bill. Well, in these meetings, it has been said that if an emergency bailout, which is what the farmers are asking for, folks, they're asking for a bailout in Arkansas, that 1/3 of them will file bankruptcy. Hundreds of millions of dollars going into bankruptcy. So you're going to have these people who generational wealth will be totally wiped off the map in the state of Arkansas. But here we go again, another state that overwhelmingly supported the president in his race. And believe it or not, there are still 70% of those farmers will say they believe in the tariffs that are putting them into bankruptcy. Folks, when those type of things are happening in your life, you've got to ask yourself, would I have thought this way 10 years ago? And I'm going to say pretty easy, the answer is no. You're not going to worship the thing that's bankrupting you.
Imagine a farmer that can barely feed, a farmer that can barely fend for himself, talk more of his family, is finding it difficult to find the food that he will use to feed the livestock, or fertilizers to use in the farm land. Imagine a farmer that cannot even get that. That means his source of livelihood is at stake. His source of livelihood is not even guaranteed. His source of livelihood is not guaranteed at all, because how do you explain such a thing? How do you explain that someone that is expected to be at the farm and farm his farmland doesn't have enough workers, have no money to pay for the workers? Because you can't just employ someone without payment. You might want to employ someone but no payment at all. How do you go about it? It's so difficult, and I feel for them, honestly. I feel for these farmers, honestly. But another question is, these are the people that brought it upon themselves. Yeah, they actually brought it upon themselves, because if they had voted carefully and voted wisely, they wouldn't be in this situation. They wouldn't be crying, they wouldn't be screaming, they wouldn't be complaining. It's because they voted wrongly. It's because they voted with their heart, or will I say with their brain? Because if they had voted with their brain, they could have known that this is not going to work, or this a case of dead on arrival mission for voting Trump. The other option could have been better for them. Maybe voting for Kamala could have been better. They are all crying. Ask Kansas farmers. Pronouncing this their city name is somehow, but it is what it is. Just like Kansas City, they are also not finding it funny. Kansas City are not also finding it funny. The uproar is too much. The pains are too much. The pains and the chaos that they are passing through right now is nothing to write home about. And I feel for them, honestly. Yes. Special credit to all the original owners of the videos used in the creation of this video. It is solely for analysis and for educational purposes, nothing else. If you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for watching. Do well to subscribe, do well to like this video. It is a way to also tell YouTube that, yeah, you enjoyed this video and you learned one or two things from this video. Just subscribe, hit the subscribers button, share, and drop a comment, a meaningful comment, an educative and interactive comment, because people are also reading. People are coming to they are not just watching, they are coming to the comment section to also read and also hear people's opinion and take regarding the economy policy, harsh economic policy of this particular city, Kansas City. Okay, have a lovely day, guys. Take care of yourselves, but remember to subscribe. A lot of people will just be watching and will not subscribe. It is a way for you to be getting updates whenever any new video is dropped on this channel. It is a way for you to get updates whenever any updates whatsoever is dropped. Okay, have a lovely day, guys. I'll see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.